Hey guys, before we go ahead and get started with the video, I want to take this time to shout out a few of my YouTube membership members. They are going to be Lids87, Jet Stingren, The Z, Kadrima, and Omar Zaragoza. Thank you guys so much for your support over on YouTube memberships. If you guys want to become a part of YouTube memberships, it only costs 99 cents per month. You'll get a badge right next to your name, access to exclusive emotes, you will be randomly shouted out on videos such as this one, and you will be automatically entered into a monthly $15 gift card giveaway that I do at the end of every month. All of that for 99 cents per month. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get on with the video. What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel with yet another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In this video, we're going to ask the question, will you pull for Cor, as the off-turn damage expert from Final Fantasy 15 will be receiving a rework and the debut of his brand new FR weapon. Before we continue, if you guys enjoy what you see on this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on that notification bell for more content on this channel. Also, feel free to leave a comment letting me know your thoughts and plans for Cor's upcoming upgrades to Global Opera Omnia. Without further ado, let's ask ourselves, will you pull for Cor? Cor is a melee damage dealer who specializes in dealing a lot of off-turn damage through his unique buff, which pairs him with one of your party members. Every time that specific party member is targeted, Cor initiates his off-turn damage attack. This also happens when that party member initiates an attack, and also when Cor himself initiates an attack. Cor's rework further improves his skills, his off-turn attack, and his special command Reaper's Gale with more HP tax across the board. His LD skill in particular further upgrades his overhead special attack, allowing you to access his Reaper's Gale command when he has 7 stacks, whereas before it required 10 stacks. His brand new FR weapon partners him with Gilgamesh, unleashing several split AoE HP attacks on enemies. Something to note is while his FR gauge is active, Cor has a chance to deal capped Brave damage, otherwise known as Rainbow damage. Increasing this FR gauge's HP damage bonus is as follows. Increase the gauge by 40% when a party member deals at least 9,999 with a Brave hit on their turn, and increase the gauge by 5% anytime off-turn damage is triggered. When Cor was first introduced as one of our global first characters, he quickly showed just how powerful the off-turn damage he provided can be. With his upgrades and his brand new FR, the damage ceiling he can provide your party is massive, as off-turn damage, especially during the Shinryu era, is extremely valuable. There are so many different fun combinations you can use with Cor, such as with characters like Kain, Gladio, Auron, Gallop, Cisne, Young, and later on even Dorgan when he finally debuts in Global Opera Omnia. Furthermore, Cor's FR gauge conditions are not very difficult to achieve and are extremely flexible to use. Because of the high reward off-turn damage can provide, Cor is a unit who I firmly attest from experience ages very well even into the latter parts of Shinryu. Alright guys, we are at that point of the video where I'm going to be doing kind of like a let's play or a little bit of like a live gameplay showcase. So you get to see the character that we're focusing on and the upgrades that they receive or will be receiving soon in Global Opera Omnia. So with this setup, I am running Cor. I am also running Gladio, who has a form of off-turn damage. And then I have Kain up in the air, who is also providing a form of off-turn damage. And the purpose of this particular showcase, I just want you guys to see the amount of damage that you could rack up. Like right now, you see that we have the gauge at 340%. It's already, we still have it for 6 turns. It could actually be higher if I set this up even better, but that's pretty good if you take into consideration just how flexible and powerful Cor's FR gauge is, like we discussed earlier in the video, and just the amount of fun combinations that you could be running with him. But the one that I wanted to show off is just completely reliant on off-turn damage, so you guys just get to see how much damage we can rack up with this. So let's go ahead, and with Gladio, we're going to do this. There's some off-turn damage right there. There we go, and we got an increase from that. We get off-turn damage from Kain. Off-turn damage again from Kain, increasing the gauge. Off-turn damage from Cor. And then they're targeting Gladio. Gladio takes damage. Increase the gauge again by 5%. More off-turn damage. And even more off-turn damage. And then let's go ahead and, you know what, let's do this. So the other condition of his force gauge, which is in dealing at least 9,999 with a Brave hit, it's pretty easy to do. As you can see, we just did it right there with Kain, especially if you have Aura stacked, Burst Effect stacked, so that's not very difficult to do. And the percentage increase for that, it's not bad, especially if you consider just how much you're going to be playing off of the gauge while enemies are taking turn and you're dealing all that off-turn damage. Alright, so let's see what I'll do here. We have access to Reaper's Gale, but for the purposes of the video, I just want to continue playing or leaning into the off-turn, just because it's so much fun to watch. Alright, we get a 53% increase there because we do have the force enhancements on Cor. I have it all the way up to 30%, so we get that 40+% increase, plus we did some off-turn damage again. Gladio is going to deal some off-turn damage here. There we go. 5%. Kain deals his. 5%. Cor goes in. Another 5%. Okay, Gladio takes the hit for Cor. There you go. 5% again. As you can see, guys, this is pretty impressive. I really love using off-turn damage. Cor is a unit who ages very, very well, even into the latter parts of the Shinryu era. Even during the Force Echo era, I still see people using him. He is that good of a character, especially if you really like units who provide a lot of off-turn damage. They lean into the off-turn damage, and they complement that style of play style. So I personally, if you have the resources to do so, would recommend Cor, and I will be pulling for him on my global account as well, because I had a lot of fun using him on my JP account, and I'm going to continue to do so on my global account. But always, guys, don't just take my word for it. Please consider checking out the other fantastic content creators out there who make content on this game, as well as check out the resources that I always link down below in the video description, as well as the pinned comments. That way you guys can, formulate an educated decision on whether or not you're going to be investing in these characters. And one more thing that I want to bring up, I'm already seeing hot takes, people saying Cor's FR is underwhelming, and they're comparing him to Tifa. I don't know what to say anymore, because those two characters are clearly not the same. But watch out for that, guys. I just showed right here how his damage ceiling can definitely make your party's overall damage a lot higher, leading into the off turn. There's so many fun combinations you could do with him. And I mean, why not just run Tifa and Cor together? Because Tifa can also play into Cor's FR gauge as well if he happened to have his active over Tifa. So I'm just saying, watch out for that, for the hot takes that are already floating around, because people are comparing it to the next big hype, when I personally think Cor provides a lot of value to your roster. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and stay blessed.